friends, and welcome to Wintercraft. So I'm back. I know it's been a while since I've done a bit of Minecraft content, but I haven't been lazy in the whole game. I have been busy. This is my shop. A quick remind. I'm selling all sorts. As we go through this video, I'll show you everything I've been up to. Let's go outside and have a little mooch. So here's my shop. We're going to get a bit further down the line. Come on. This is my goat farm. So the chicken in the boat makes the goats charge. The charge at that, as you see, they're charging. But they'll charge at that and they'll hit that stone because the soul sand is slightly lower, but the stone underneath is raised a couple of millimeters higher, which in turn makes them smash their heads into that, and the outcome, I've got a shop full of them, but then I've also got one of these full of them. I'm never going to need that many, but as I'm on a server with other people, yes. So this is my little walkway, that's my little area. And over here, there's a load of area. So this is quite a good, well-formed server, to be honest. There's some real good builders on here. There's some really nice areas on here. This is with Wintercraft. Trilobites is on here. Classic Chad's on here. So, I love it. I could just spend hours mooching around this. Some of these shops have given me no ends of pleasure. And the bookshop over there, that's Chad's. It's godsend when you need mending at first. So I joined a little bit later than the rest. But since I joined, we're going to the Nether. Since I joined, I've had a barrel of laughs. I've done a lot of builds. I'm not finished. I'm well into other games at the minute. But Minecraft still burns in the back and it's still a passion of mine. So the green tunnel's mine. All these tunnels are epic. I mean, above and beyond. I did nothing to do with this part here. If I find out, I'll put in the description who done this. I do know, but I can't quite remember which one particular. There's been about 2 or 3 people doing tunnels. But from this entrance here, this is my tunnel. So you're going to see a lot of skulks and skulk sensors and catalysts and heads and all sorts around. I have been busy. So my priority was to get to the roof and get a little bit further away from everybody, so I could stretch a few projects between here and there. It gives me a reason to go backwards and forwards to the main town, but it also gives me a distance away so they didn't interfere with everyone else's builds. So we're going to fly down this path. This leads to my first farm. This was a priority. So we'll just come into land. There we go. So I'm not going to take you across all of the farms because there's an awful lot of travelling to do between them. We're not going to go to the Guardian farm because I've done many Guardian farms on the channel. It's just a straightforward build. But I have done a couple of new farms. So I could have flown up here, but I didn't want to run the risk. I was going to show you the sorting setup. I forget how high it is sometimes. But yeah, after we've gone from this one, I'm going to show you the next farm. But then I'm doing a quick cutout, and I'm going to show you a quick video trailer of an intro of an event I was in the other week. It's UHC. It was a lot of fun. So what happens here is there's a mod that turns rotten flesh into leather, which has come in very handy. They're my pig heads. So there's not much gold in the older pot, but that's because if I find the right drawer, I got blocks. So the bottom here is a hoggling trader as well. But this is constantly at points getting... Oh, I'm guessing someone's been here. So yeah. Literally all you do is stand in the centre of this, and these bad boys come to you. You do have to hit them once in a while. Like if I hit them now, it's an onslaught. No, typical. There we go. So it's going to get very loud, so I'm not going to stay here for too long. So what's going to happen? They're just literally running, and you just stand here. I bought a jukebox so I could have a little music. Yep, we're getting out of Dodge. I'm not listening to that. This sorts all the stuff out. Junk gets burnt at the end. I've got an excess chest just in case there's an overflow. There isn't usually. Lava performance for these. This just produces me lava constantly, so no issues there. No, I've got to get down from here without dying, so wish me luck. The amount of times I've died coming down from here is just stupid. So I haven't really died to mobs, except for the warden. I had a few deaths to the ward. He's not aggro. Yep, yeah, good. So yeah, this is where the gold gets put through my little trader, which is going there. And I have been using some of the stuff for some of the builds I've been doing. But on the other hand, I've still got quite a lot of stuff that's mounted up. And we've got the potions and all that jazz. And then I'm melting up all the metal items to get the iron. Waste not, want not. We're going to quickly shoot off now to the next farm, which is not too far away. Oh, just a little bit further. And so yeah, I did move quite far away from everybody else, but I didn't want to interfere with their builds and stuff. They'd already started playing, and I wanted to be sure that if they had any farms, my farms didn't interfere. So this is my frog lamp farm. This was the first farm I built. I found frogs, and I thought, yeah, here we go. So the iron golem sits there, and what happens is, I'm not climbing that. I'll just go up here for a minute. Oh no, I'm lost. Well, hopefully we'll get down sometime today. And, whew, I thought I was going to die then. It didn't work. It didn't work. So what does happen is you get magma cubes spawning here. The iron golem smashes them up. They fall into the bottom when they're tiny. If they're not tiny, the snow takes them down to the top, the smallest size you can get them to, and then the frogs eat them. The frogs in turn then, after the slime, magma cube slimes have passed through them, excrete these. So you get the white lights, you get the green lights, more green lights, and the yellow lights. You also get magma creams. So the magma creams, I used a lot of them to make that farm over there. We've just been to the iron farm, sorry, the gold farm. Well, I'm going to cut out for a few seconds. I'm going to run a little trailer, and then I'll be back. Links to the UHC are in the description. Please go by and say hi to the other guys. I'm back again. So we've left the Froglamp farm and I'm back at my portal, which is quite a distance down the line. Got a little bee farm over there. This is a trident farm. I'm getting it drained. You'll see when I get through the portal to the other side. Oh man, I didn't want to pick that up. And look, the drops are quite good. I've got tridents. I've got to throw the flesh onto the floor because I want it to despawn. I'm not saving any more heads because I've got another project going on elsewhere, which is providing me heads as I grow. Like literally every time I'm harvesting heads as well as the stone. Let's go through here. Welcome to my little abode. So while it's night time, you can see just where I'm going with it. If I just go on top of this, so this is my area. This is why I moved out of town, so I didn't interfere with people, because when I build, as you know, I like to build big. It's not complete by any way or means. It's just, it's getting there. This was just purely like this. And I've transformed it so far to this. This is where we stand. This is where the drain farm is, the other side of it. So what I do is I stand up on top of that platform, all the way up here, and then stay there 5 minutes. The drains spawn in here because I've got soul sand underneath here. Whoa, yes, typical. Oh, wrong trident, wrong trident. I'm getting out of dodge. I wasn't ready for that. Let's hope that trident comes back to me. If not, I might have to replace it. So in my main base here, I've got quite a few farms on the go, as you can see. Tridents. I may have lost that. But yeah, underneath there, there's soul sand, which pushes... Sorry, which pulls down the zombies to the top of the water. Then they float on the surface because there's a gap. And they go through a pool. Once they go through the pool, they come out in that other end, they fall down to the little platform, and then I'll just harvest them. Right, this is a this is a kelp farm. As you can see, the kelp's grown. So inside there, I've got rows and rows of kelps with pistons behind them, which is pushing the kelp through. So I can make kelp blocks. I try and make as much farms as possible. Melon, pumpkin farm. So if we go around here. I had to go underneath to do a bit of repairs. But yeah, every time one grows, it pops. They come through the water chutes, down into the boxes. Job is good. This one's a little bit more complicated. This is making me moss block. So through here, we have clocks, pistons, everything you could possibly need. Except for a way up. Well, I'm pretty sure there was a way up if I go over here. Over here, yep. So what happens is I put bone meal in this system, and that moss block there transfers it over to these blocks because of it's only a one block gap, and it'll go. I think it's up to 5. It could be 7, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. So it'll cover like a 5 block radius plus. That keeps hitting it with bone meal, which keeps in turn spreading it. Stone generator behind there produces a stone, and this pushes it down and crushes the moss block, which in turn floats on the water into the trough, goes through the system. Part of it goes to the boxes, the other part goes to make more bone meal. I could have made it a bit more optimized so it permanently runs and constantly produces, but to be honest, this has given me as much as I need and more. I've got it in the shop, so it provides. Oh, quick, more, a bit of a storage area as we go through. So you notice a train track. I moved my golf farm. I moved my iron farm that used to be outside. And all I've got to do now, this is just my little cooking area, automatic cooker. Put your items in there, shoots through the system into there. Down here I've got, is it on? So I've got a bamboo farm behind this wall, which produces bamboo, pushes it through the system, goes into the smelters, cooks up. I've also got lava as a backup. So I've been pretty redstone this season. Got quite a few farms done and quite a lot of things going on. Upstairs I've got a little spawner. You can't use flame bows on swords on bows on this, so because it melts the snow. Up here I've got snow, which is turning these from skeletons. And it just gives you a different range of drops. So as you see, skeletons dropped. He's now going to freeze. I put a sword in there so anyone who wants to use it can and not do any damage. But these will start to freeze over time. The spawner for this is over in this corner just above here. I've then got another spawner down here. So melon, that's like my cacti farm. Behind this wall here I've got another spawner. It was just out of range. I couldn't get it anywhere where I could set the two spawners off and meet them, so I made two separate spawners. This is another skeleton spawner. So as before, they get pushed through the path, straight down, straight into that. Little bamboo farm. Bamboo. Sugarcane farm. I needed sugarcane. This is my enchantment setup. Just a basic, simple thing. Behind there, as you still see, the track is still going. So I need to catch a zombie and put a zombie in here. Then this is ready to rock and roll. But as you look around, nice little farm going on there. So I'm filling this with water up to the level of this. So this is going to be like a dock. But this is going to be my iron farm. I've just got to add a few hoppers and a few other things, but yeah. We're all good. So that's what I've been up to. I've been playing other games as well. Like, I've been playing Small Lands, Sunken Lands, The Frontier, Call of Duty. I play a lot of Minecraft, and when I get into it, and I spend weeks at a time just playing and playing and playing. But then I wear myself out. So this season I didn't want to do that. I have played time playing and playing and playing, but between time I've took time out so I can just, recharge. I like where I'm going with what I'm doing at the moment on this. I've got a lot more to build. I haven't even really started on the top of that area yet. That's going to be all bought in. All this cliff will be bought in. Jump out. That top of that mountain there is going to be finished. All the rest of this has got to be built up. I've got a turtle farm down here somewhere. There's my turtle farm. So I'll get my turtle eggs. But I want to expand on quite a lot of this. I want to do something to make this area all pop. So I may start doing a few videos on it. I might not just show you the after product. I might bring you into some of the the actual thought that goes behind it this time and build it together. And maybe won't show every minute of every build, but I do like to build. I do like to make pretty things in this game. This game is just a game for imagination, and my imagination is wild. So if you like what you see, come back. There's going to be more. We're going to run away from this thing first, though. So yeah, there's another farm. This is a bamboo farm. I've got a couple of them because, as you see, scaffolding is a priority. Lots of things done, lots of things to go. Oh, before we go, I've got to show you my fish tank. My axolotls. I have done quite a lot of extensive underwater work. And yet, as I says before I go, there is more. So, underneath there, as you can see, I'm building a sitter. All that is getting dug out, flattened off, and that landscape is going to continue under the water. I've got conduits down there so you can breathe. So it's going to be like an Atlantis, spreading off, because there's quite a lot of room over here as well to expand on it. I've started to dig that out for the purpose of... Oh, I got my thing back. My trident returned. So over here, yeah, I didn't show you. This is my I could have done without hitting that, but this is my villager area. I'm letting them free roam at the moment. I'm coming over every so often and getting me buckets over lava and killing them guys off. They're making us a bit of food. This is ready for a next expansion. I'm potentially expanding what I've done there, but to here. And I'm going to start separating the villagers to who I need, who I don't need. I have got holding cells over the far side over here. So I haven't quite finished this area. That side's not to where I want it at the moment, because if I remember right, I can dig out over there to the back side and connect that by the turtle farm. But yeah, I did a little stone generator in so you can see how one is made. This is it. I'm going to say thank you for joining me. There's going to be more. Next time it's going to be more of a do video than a show video. Take it easy, look after yourself, and I'll speak to you all next time. Goodbye.